Well, now that we've accomplished that, I'm going to try and put in the torque boxes and the struts. So step one is we're going to jack up the car. Okay. This here is a torque box. What I have to do is undo this nut, put the plate on there, and then drill up here where the holes are in the plate. As you can see, there are those plugs I didn't take out before. So I guess step one is going to be pop that out. Step two is going to be take this nut off and then put the plate on. Then we'll drill our holes. Alright, I guess, how do I even get a nut on the other side of this thing? Fucking way over here. Oh, Christ. It's like way in here, right next to the muffler, inside the frame rail. So that might not be particularly pleasant. We'll see. Hopefully I can just rock that fucker off and not really worry about it until I put it back on. Only one thing to do to find out. To start working. Oh my god, this ain't going anywhere. Okay. I'm gonna try and get my wiggle adapter, and I'm gonna get my giant ass electric impact out here and see if I can zap that sucker off. No, all I managed to really do is make the camera really dirty. So that sucker ain't coming off. So I'm gonna get my little can of WD-40 and I'm gonna spray it, and then while I'm at it, I'm gonna spray the struts. And I guess I'm gonna try to change the struts for now. If that ain't gonna come off, I'll see if those will. Let's keep you back a little so you don't get sprayed. But we're gonna do that. A bit of that, and I'm gonna go do the other side. And I'll do the struts too. Let's get the tension off the strut so I can get the bolt out. Now I need to go back into the trunk and undo the top. Okay. You might recognize the strut bar. Well, this is the actual top of the strut. So now we need to undo that, and the strut should basically fall right out. Oops. Great. Okay. Now, the strut should basically just fall out the bottom. Perfect. All right, new strut. Nice fancy orange coney strut. We're gonna open up our hardware bag. And we're gonna do metal bushing, bushing holder, whatever you want to call this thing, and a rubber bushing. Oh Christ, that's hard. And then we're going to shove it up through, and then we're going to do the other rubber bushing, the other metal piece, and rather than a lock nut system, this actually comes with a nylock nut, which in theory is easier. So let's shove this sucker in there, and then we'll be in business. All right, we'll tighten the top, and then we're going to tighten the bottom. That's plenty squished, maybe a little too squished, but I got to get it on the thread, so I guess that's what I get for having this big piece of plate here. Okay. That was fun. Let's do it again after I change my gloves, because both of them are ripped now. Also, I lied. We're not done with this strut yet, because we got to torque the bottom. That was so fun. Let's do it again. One more bolt, and we're done with the struts. This is going to be a really long episode, isn't it? Okay. I'm going to check my list and make sure there's nothing else I need to do under here while this thing is up. And if there's not, I'm going to put it back down. So the only other thing I need to get under here for is if we decide to bleed the brakes, which I'd like to drive it first and give the new brakes a try before I think about bleeding them. I do have the fluid already because it was cheap. Well, cheaper than I expected it to be anyway. So we'll do that another day. It doesn't need to be jacked up this high to do that anyway. It just needs to be able to get the wheels off. So I guess I'm going to call PRE on Monday, and if the tires have come in, now I can actually take it down there, get the tires put on, get the thing aligned, and after doing a little, we still have to do a test drive because I need to make sure that the cooling fan is going to be cool, not just at idle, but when it's driving around. And I'd like to give those torque boxes another go before I invest in a tool to try to get them off. But overall, if everything is working appropriately, which of course it never is, but you know, whatever, I think we're ready for racing season. So for now, I'm going to get some water and maybe a snack because I'm tired. We're going to give this torque box nut one more try, and hopefully we can get it off. But if we can't, we're gonna put the car back down for the night and go back inside, because it's kind of cold. It's getting close to dinner time, and I feel like we accomplished a lot today, so I think I can feel good about it even if we don't get this done. Yeah, I don't think that's coming off. Certainly not with the tools I've got. I mean, maybe if I could jack it up another few feet and use that 3 foot or 4 foot or whatever it is breaker bar. But if this impact isn't taking it out, this thing is supposed to do like 300 or 400 foot-pounds of torque, then I don't have the appropriate tools. So yeah. I might, when I take it down to PRE to do the tires, I might see if they could run that nut off for me real quick and just put the plates on, and hopefully it won't cost me an arm and a leg for them to do it, because it should just take a minute, really. I just need this nut to come off and then back on, and then I gotta drill holes up there, which is the floor, where we cleared the insulation, sound deadening, I guess it was, off before. But yeah, for now, I don't think the friggin' thing is going anywhere.